people of Spain have a rich cultural history which they're very keen to share with non-Spaniards. The integration of the non-Spaniards is something that the people here at the town hall feel very strongly about, and also that the Spanish learn more about the different people that live here on the coast. With this in mind, immense efforts are being made by the people here at the town hall to bring all the different nationalities closer together.
I think our task is to, as I said before, is to integrate the people, the European resident of Orihuela Costa in Orihuela.
I think that too many people who live here in the coast, probably living 10 years here, probably never go to Orihuela.
Yeah.
Please go to Orihuela. Go to Orihuela to inland, because they can find things that they can imagine.
Orihuela itself is a very historic city, going back way over 2,000 years, with the result that the council want the people who live on the coast to appreciate what they've got in the city. And they do put trips on from the coast here to take people up to such as the medieval markets, the Easter festivals and things of that nature, which are very informative, and you take part in whatever's being done.
Of course, every time we have an important cultural event in Orihuela, like Holy Week, Semana Santa, like Moros y Cristianos, we give the chance, we put a transport to take from here, from Orihuela Costa to Orihuela, to see this cultural manifestation.
So the town hall is really trying to make the fiestas accessible to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what we try to do, yes. I also have then information, emails, in which I describe the traditions behind it, like Moors and Christians. I also put then pictures of the fiestas into my website. The people can access my website and they can have a look how the fiesta was last year.
Sure.
So we try really all the best to integrate the European residents into the life of Orihuela.
Fairly recently we did a cultural tour, which was very enlightening. I mean, we pay our taxis to Orihuela, ayuntamiento, and we know nothing about Orihuela, so I managed to get hold of, excuse me, I managed to get hold of some councillors back up at Town Hall, and one in particular was very favourable to the idea of doing a cultural tour. That was extremely successful. We had 54 people, which was a complete coach load, and to be honest, I would probably have filled it yet again. I was that impressed with the tour because, I mean, some of those buildings were absolutely phenomenal. We had a guide from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock who spoke superb English.
Yeah.
She managed to give us so many facts and figures and dates, and I think the big shock element was to the people, the 54 people that actually went on that tour, could not believe the beautiful buildings that we actually went into and the history behind it. I mean, the one building was an actual living school. It was still a school, yet it was unbelievable. And I urge anybody and everybody to go and have a look.
And the cost of this trip?
The cost,
yeah,
was to the town hall. From our rates, I'm assuming. Cost nothing, absolutely nothing, not a single penny. Door to door, the cost of the transport, the cost of the guide for the day was taken and borne by the town hall.
For the European residents, what would they pay to take part in these tours?
They don't pay for that. It's free.
Free?
Yeah, it's free. If you, for example, if you want to see or Semana Santa or Holy Week, you only have to come here to the town hall to ask for the bus that is going to Orihuela to see Semana Santa, and if they have a free seat, they will be in Orihuela watching a very good thing, and the same for the all cultural manifestations or events that we have.
Most people have cars. Why does the town hall go to the trouble of organising free transport?
We tried it once not to provide too many autobuses. And basically because here a lot of people who are elderly, we had the experience they don't drive. They just do not go by own car, very few people. I think maybe it's because of insecureness of driving, because they may be elderly people. They don't feel comfortable to drive into the city to Orihuela. I do not know whether we tried with cars and it didn't work out. So by big important fiestas we provide free bus shuttles.
The Town Hall doesn't just assist groups by footing the bill for tours like these. They actively encourage and support groups to organise cultural events of their own. And it's one of the prime objectives of Officer for Foreign Residents, Stefan Pokropa.
When I started my work 2007, of course, I got in contact with other people, for example with Graham Knight, who is doing the same kind of job like me in Torrevieja, and I asked him what he is doing to get in ideas. And one thing what he is, for example, doing for the European residents is this big event of the European Week, with the main day, the European Day, in 9th of May. And I thought this is already a very established fiesta, very established event. If I would do the same, I would become in competition with Torrevieja, which was not my idea. So I was thinking, I was looking for typical traditional fiestas which are important for the European residents. One thing, for example, is the German Christmas market. Every German loves this typical German Christmas market with this Glühwein, with this hot red wine, and with sweeties and the atmosphere with the Christmas tree. So we are helping people of the German Association to organize a Christmas market. Then also, when I started, we did the very first St. Patrick's Day Festival in Orihuela Costa, which also took place behind the town hall. And also, for example, the St. George's Day Festival, and also the German Beer Festival, to reflect typical European traditions from different nations.
Yeah. If anyone has any ideas for an event, can they come to the Town Hall and discuss it with you?
Of course, they are always welcome. They normally what they have to do then afterwards. If I think the idea is good and we think it is possible to implement into the plan of the cultural events, what they have to do then normally is to prepare a project in which they more detailize what kind of event they want to do, what does it involve, and so on and so on. And this is then going to the department for festivals, for festividades, the counselor for festividades, and then she has then finally to decide, yes, we do this or we don't do it.
And the Town Hall seems to be very open to suggestions.
Very much so. We suggest something, and to date they've never turned me down. We've got all sorts of other projects we were looking at in the future, as some that I've already mentioned, which is obviously the Easter celebrations and the Moors and Christians. But no, they seem to act very favourably.
Can you give any examples of how the Town Hall helps different organisations?
I think the Poppy Day is a very good example here. Recently was a Poppy Day, and we spent, the governmental team spent the whole day with the British Legion. The British Legion is organising this here in this area, and the mayoress, Monica Lorente, offered or promised, she not only offered, she promised to do it next year, for example, in the cathedral of Orihuela, which will be very impressive, I think, for the British Legion to have an official event in the cathedral of Orihuela.
I think the main thing that groups, they have to come here to Town Hall. Here in Town Hall, help anyone that comes here, and if we can, if we have the money, and we will help these groups to make their activities, for sure. I invite to all the people, I suggest all the people that is watching now that come here to the Town Hall of Orihuela Costa to give any attention that they ask for.
My office is next to the tourist office. I would recommend that they visit the tourist office frequently. There are two ladies working. They also speak very good English. They can ask them what is going on at the very moment, and they provide with all the information, not only about fiestas which are taking place in Orihuela, but also fiestas in Pilar de Horadada or Torrevieja or the nearby area.
Go to your town hall. Your town hall is where all these trips are planned, where all the paraphernalia in advertising material is put, and it's literally displayed. You have to also remember that the town hall are very good with regard to languages. They now have an awful lot of English-speaking people. If you end up talking to somebody who doesn't speak English, they will invariably find somebody who does speak English that will explain it to you.
And the literature, is that in English as well?
Generally, I've found that it's in 3 languages. It's generally in English, Spanish and German.
And of course, all the information is available in English?
It's in English, of course. The most time it's also in English available. Also, I mean, the town hall by itself has also a website, orihuela.es, which is also now in English provided. They can click on a flag and then it gets translated.
The town hall's open, doesn't matter what political party is there, they are open for the purpose of the people to use it. And people might be afraid to go into the town hall, thinking that they're going in for something political, and they might be going in for, if they're just going in for information, the information will be there for them to supply.
Which just goes to show, you know, how the local town hall feel about integration and helping British, for example, British services.
Precisely. I think we all, like European residents, we are very fortunate that we can join the Spanish traditions, but also the Spanish are very fortunate to have different traditions from different European countries. So that has to be harmonically all together. For example, I lived in Cologne, and Cologne is very popular to say that they're multicultural, but here we really are living multicultural, because really we have all the different traditions, different nations, and we can enjoy all the traditional cultural traditions from all the different nations, and the Spanish are really aware about this.
So the message from the town hall is clear. The town hall is here for you. It's an information centre that's accessible and welcoming. Don't be afraid to use it.